I've signed Osimhen, and I mean, we all know he was good. But 18 finishing, 19 pace, 18 heading. I mean, 20 off the ball. If he doesn't score 20 goals in the second half of the season, something's gone seriously wrong. We're top of the league. I don't know how the chant goes, but we're top of the league, boys and girls. January transfer window's ended. We've got signings to go over. But first, before we go over that, smash the like button if you are enjoying the series. Subscribe if you're new around here. And can we please smash 10 likes to celebrate signing Osimhen and signing some other players. So let's go over what's happened since last time we saw each other. First of all, Osimhen scored on his debut against Luton Town. But just look at his stats. Oh my goodness, we signed him for £86 million. And I know you're thinking right now, Raxo, how on earth did you get £86 million when, you know, I did get given like £80 million at the start of the transfer window. Then we signed Alexander-Arnold for £40 million. And he's been pretty good so far, by the way. Just a wee cheeky heads up. Oh, there we go. I can click on him there without spoiling anything. I mean, for Arsenal, his average rating is 7.2, 1 assist, 4 appearances. He's doing all right. I'm very happy with the signing. And yeah, like, things are going well so far this season off camera. We did lose in the Carabao Cup, but we didn't lose a single Premier League game. In fact, we won them all since last time we saw each other, leading Aston Villa to move down to second place with us with a game in hand, 2 points away from Liverpool. But we are versing Spurs in this game, as well as Atletico Madrid in the first leg, of the first round of the Champions League knockout stages. So fingers crossed we get through that. But I'm rambling. You want to see the signings. The first of which was a £22 million signing of this youngster, who I really thought was coming in now. Apparently he's too young or something like that, and he is joining at the end of the season, which I'm still happy to have him, but I really thought I was going to get him now. But the sale is probably the biggest thing I need to talk about, and I'm not going to spoil that last signing. You might have sneak peeked it, but the sale is how we signed Osimhen. You know, £80 million, get rid of 40, so we have £40 million left. Sign that youngster, we're left with basically nothing. How do I rack up £80 million? Liverpool signing Fabio Vieira for £80 million is how I made that money. I have no idea why. He's good, don't get me wrong. Like, he's a very good player, and he performed pretty well for us when he was on the pitch. But £80 million? I mean, he was 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. I don't know how. I mean, I'll take it. I absolutely run to the bank with it. But we've literally swapped Fabio Vieira for Osimhen and spent maybe an extra £10 million. Like, it was a no-brainer. It was an absolute no-brainer. Osimhen had a release clause, £86 million. Happy to activate that. Fabio Vieira, good luck to you over there. We also sold Cedric early on in the transfer window. I don't know if I told you about that, but we did. £1.2 million. And Jorginho's left the club for £16 million. And it could eventually rise. 18, sorry. It could eventually rise to 21. Very thrilled with that. We've actually made profit on him. And he was decent serving. But we needed one more player because I got rid of Vieira. I got rid of Jorginho. I only brought in 2 players. So I felt like I needed one more player. And we got Thomas Lemar in on loan. Could eventually buy him for £9.6 million, which would be a bargain. But still, I think just having him as a loan player with £85,000 per week is a deal and a half. So happy to have him as a rotation option. He is currently not even on the bench. He's kind of there if we have an injury. Smith Rowe's still doing really well. He's actually signed a new contract with us, which activates at the start of next season, turning out to be a great player for us all throughout this year. And Gabriel Jesus, he'll be disappointed to see these being dropped, but I think it's justified. You know, like 9 goals, 21 games, 1 assist. It's not bad, but it's not what I think Osimhen will do. So he's going to be a rotation option, and to be honest, if we get a bid of even close to what his value is, I'm going to be accepting it. You know, Arsenal brought him in for £45 million. He's still young, don't get me wrong, but just can't see him being the long-term striker for us. So Osimhen is up top, and this is the North London derby, Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. We drew last time away from home, so surely with them down in 10th spot, we can win this one as long as Saliba doesn't score a stupid own goal. Ramsdale was injured for a couple of games, so we do have Raya in for 2 games in a row, the last couple of ones, and Ramsdale did actually play his last game, so now No, he's going to play. This one. Makes sense? Makes sense. Sweet. Let's jump into it. Tottenham side. I'm expecting not a lot of changes, but we've got 2 new players in here. And that is, of course, the right back, Alexander-Arnold and Osimhen. Talisca's in there. There might have been a new left back. I wasn't really looking very hard. No, same left back. Actually, they switched their left back straight away. And they have the highlights to start off with. There's Talisca trying to get into the mix, looking for Richarlison. By the way, Pochettino, Ange got sacked in this save. And I believe they're now managed by Sean Dyche. So we're versing a Sean Dyche Tottenham side, which is a completely different situation to what's happened in real life. Obviously, Ange is doing insanely well right now. But, yeah, I mean, it's cool. Cool to see Football Manager rotate stuff. And now I think that Brendan Rodgers took over Everton. I don't know why I have so many tabs on the situation, but I do have tabs on the situation. There's Osimhen on the ball. He's looking to run through there, and if he's on, it's a goal. Oh, he should be finishing that. It's an offside anyway. But he needs to finish that 18 finishing. You'd think that would go on the back of the net. Early doors, we've got so much more possession than them. Not leading to any shots, but our highlight is coming right here, right now. Odegaard on the ball. Plays it in. Finds Saka. Into Alexander-Arnold. Osimhen in there, and he heads it. He's well, he's not very tall. He's like 6'1", 6'2". So he's got the height that he needs. Alexander-Arnold with the whippage that he needs too. Not quite leading to a goal in that situation, but at least we are knocking on the door now. With still 70-ish% possession, it actually goes up to 70% possession. That one shot that they had early doors in that highlight is the only shot they've had. We're definitely the better of the 2 sides here. So unless they score against the run of play, I think we're going to be okay. As Martinelli's in, he's going to score. No, it's not. It's going to bounce to Osimhen, and he's going to put it into the back of the net to score 2 goals in 2 games for Arsenal Football Club. And I just think he's a bit like Haaland, you know? At least in Football Manager. I'm not saying in real life he's as good as Haaland. To be honest, I don't really watch Napoli, so I can't actually make that call. But he feels very much like Haaland to me in Football Manager. You know, you spend, £80 million, but he's kind of just guaranteed goals, isn't he? Like, with that finishing, he's going to score 20 plus a season, guaranteed, I'd say. And I'm pretty happy that we picked him up. I think and a couple other teams are sniffing around. I wasn't actually even looking for a striker, really. I was more looking for a centre-back. When I saw that we had the exact right amount of money, it felt fate. It felt like a sign. And I'm ignoring the fact that they hit the woodwork there because I'd like to not comment on it. It just worked out perfectly. We had the exact right amount of money. He was there. You know that someone else is going to activate it if you don't activate it. So very happy to take him in here. I think that he was offside there, but actually it is saved. And it's gone to a corner? I don't know, but it's gone to half-time. And I'm pleased with the performance so far. We're beating Spurs. You always take that. But I would like to see us beating them by a bit more in the second half as Alexander-Arnold picks it up. Playing as a wing-back now. Not a complete wing-back, just a wing-back to see if he can do more in the attacking sense. It is Martinelli, and it's Osimhen and him linking up once again. By the way, Martinelli, top assister, in the league with, I want to say 17 now. And I think he has one of the highest average ratings in the league as well. And I remember a couple of episodes ago, I was saying Smith Rowe's playing so well, maybe I should be putting him instead of Martinelli. Martinelli is playing arguably better than Saka on a more consistent basis, in my opinion. Like Saka gets, I've said this before, Saka gets like a 6.3 and then he gets a 10. He gets a 6.4 and then he gets a 9. He gets a 7.1 and then an 8. You know, he's not consistent. I feel like Martinelli is always chilling out around that 8 kind of range every single game, you know what I mean? He has just picked up a huge knock there, so I'm going to do exactly what I said I might be doing. Actually, no, I'm going to bring on Gabriel Jesus. I think now he's going to be that left wing option. We have plenty of wing options, but I feel like that's kind of it. And in real life, you could really argue that suits him better. So he is going to play there off the bench for us. Odegaard's looking tired too, so Smith Rowe can come on in that position. And I was thinking about selling Partey, by the way, but we got the bid in for Jorginho instead. And to be honest, I'd rather sell him than Partey. So Partey's hanging around for a wee bit longer. With 15 minutes to go in this game, I can't see us throwing away. Can Drink get an assist? No, it is well intercepted by Osimhen there. It could be a Tottenham counter-attack. I mean, it is a Dyche side, so you would expect to see it. Ramiro's on it, into Bissouma, plays it all the way over to Maddison. They're going to score here. I guaranteed it, and he scored. Oh, no, 15 minutes to go. I'm not panicking, But I am going to make a sub. It's going to be Partey to shore up the defence. Come on for Rice, sorry. Hope that just gives us the legs in defence. Because they could, against the run of play, get a second goal. The momentum's kind of on their side now. I would put more money on us scoring a goal to make it a 3-1 win. But still, you never know what's going to happen in this game. It doesn't look like their shots or position are going up. They're not really going for it. But they have the ball in a really good position. And as I say, they're not really going for it. They have a lot of people forward. Basuma, oh my goodness, I hate this game. I hate this game. 2 games against Tottenham. And 2 absolute... Oh, that feels so undeserved. Not quite as undeserved as the last time where they literally scored... the jammiest goal I've ever seen in my entire life. Just an own goal from one of our players. Trossard's coming on. I've got one more sub. Is Rafinha going to come on? I guess he is. For Saka. And we're going to go attacking. Oh, that's so annoying, man. And the defence split like the Red Sea. Moses was coming through the middle, boys and girls. And we're going to see nothing happen here. We've dropped 2 points here. That's so frustrating, man. Stupid game. What a stupid game. Who would play it? It's a dumb game. No, I've never liked it. I've never liked this game. I've never rated it. I've never dedicated an entire, dedicated an entire YouTube channel to it. I wouldn't. It would be stupid. It's a dumb game. It's a stupid game. Stupid game. Well, with that out of the way, I still hate this game. We're going to be versing Atletico Madrid away from home. This is the team. It is slightly rotated, but not too rotated. So Gabriel Jesus comes in, Trossard, Saka, Lamar is playing his debut against the team that he's on loan against. I just realised. Oh, that's great. I love it. Beautiful. Why not? Partey against his former side. Tomiyasu, Gabriel, White, Alexander-Arnold, and Raya. So we are rotating a bit, but not too much to the point where I still feel like this is... like if we lined up with this team against... well, I guess this is a big club. You wouldn't really bat an eye, you know? Like, you would think, oh, a couple of people been dropped, but, you know, like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, harden up. And it's the Champions League. It's the first leg. I'll take a draw. After that Tottenham game, I shouldn't be saying I'll take draws, but I will take a draw here because I think at home, with our full best squad, we will dominate the heck out of them. And look at that defensive setup. And they signed Mukalele, which makes me think that they're not very good because I thought about signing him because he was up for about £7 million. And they bought him for... okay. I don't think he was up for that much at one point, mate. You've overpaid. But anyway, he wasn't even good enough to get near our lineup. So if they're signing him, playing him, we got to be better. And it is them looking better early doors with 2 shots. But first highlight could still come our way as we win a header, counter-attack, Gabriel Jesus fired up, showing that he's the better of the 2 players, putting it into the back of the net. It's not quite what's happened, is it? They have literally played it perfectly to their centre-back, and he's hit it quite well into the back of the net, directly from a corner. But the thought was there. You know, Gabriel Jesus could have felt fired up and put it into the back of the net for us. Unfortunately, it's been their left centre-back that's done it for them. So, not a great episode so far, is it, people? Osimhen's been great, though. I've loved him. Not playing in this game, though, but great. Lamar, getting his debut. Could score now, as Alexander-Arnold's on the ball. He's looking good. He's playing around with it. Plays into Odegaard. Here is Thomas Partey. Oblak looking a little injured. Hopefully that means that he's not going to save shots. I mean, that does sound bad, but, you know, like, oh, we're trying it. And Lamar just passes it to Trossard. But hey, it actually creates a good opportunity, as well saved by Oblak in the end. But still, like, we're knocking on the door. We're knocking on the door. And this is the only time I've seen us knock on the door, to be fair. But, you know, like, the door has been knocked on. And are we going to knock on it again? It's a soft knock. You wouldn't notice that. It's kind of like, you know, when I can't think of a good analogy, to be honest. I'm still annoyed about that Tottenham game. I wish I could come up with a good analogy because I pride myself. My good analogy, Thomas Lamar. I love that. I don't need an analogy for that. That does not need an analogy against his side that is on loan. You wouldn't think it. On his debut, first goal for the club. He's on loan forward. You know how it... I don't have to explain it. You know how it works. Atletico Madrid own him. He's on loan to us. We're thinking about buying him. And I'm definitely thinking about buying him now. Oh, mate, that is beautiful. That's poetic. And, of course, I talked about it. I love it. I love it so much. That just makes me very happy, doesn't it? And you always think to yourself, you know, is he going to put his A game up if he's versing the team that technically pays his bills? But nah, he's going to put his A game up. He's going to put it into the back of the net even when the opportunity is against his current side. That made me frightened, by the way. And he makes it 1-1. And that's the result that we want at this current point in time. Saka and Odegaard both looking tired, which is very frustrating because there are two best players, obviously. Yeah, I would hope they wouldn't get too much more time. I think Saka and Odegaard aren't going to be making it to the final whistle. Not ideal, but we have good players on the bench. Smith Rowe arguably should have been starting this game, actually. I feel bad that I played Lamar instead of him, but actually I don't even slightly because he scored against his former club, and oh my gosh, that's just so funny. Odegaard is going to come off, and we are going to bring on Smith Rowe. No, Smith Rowe's injured. I knew there would be a reason. Okay, then Havertz is going to come on as the advanced playmaker. Saka's going to come off, and we're going to bring Rafinha onto that right-hand side, who has played reasonably well in the Champions League. That's where he's gotten most of his football minutes, you know, the Cup, coming off the bench occasionally in the Premier League when Saka adds those like 6.3 ratings that we've literally just seen right here, right now. We've got 20 minutes to go. Could be either one of these sides getting a goal. I don't think the away goal rule still works. I would love to see us get one more. 2-1 up would put us in the driver's seat at home. 10 minutes to go. I'm not going to make any more substitutions. I'm just letting this team gel, do its thing, and hoping that we see a highlight late on in this game. We're going into additional time now. 3 minutes additional time. As I said, I would take this result, and it looks like the result we're going to have to take. 2 draws. One of them I am happy with. One of them I was furious with. So, I mean, it is what it is. We go on to that next game, probably off camera, by the way, and we're going to verse them and hopefully go through to the next round. Let's see what we are going to be covering in the next video. This video, of course, 2 draws that I've just said. No, I reckon I can squeeze that one in. I reckon Atletico Madrid next game on camera. Then we'll probably come back to City, and that will probably involve a Champions League game too. And then probably wrap up the season at some point very soon. Thank you guys so much for the support on these videos. Oh, sorry. I did actually say to someone that I'd go over our tactic. Shout out to you. If you're still hanging out here, I apologise. That I made you wait this long, but I did tell you I'd go over the tactic. So it's a custom gegenpress, and if you compare it to an actual gegenpress, I think all I've done is moved it to shorter passing, made it more narrow. I had low crosses on, but now that we've got Osimhen, I've turned it onto mixed crosses. I hate that they do short kicks, so I distribute to fullbacks and centre-backs, and then I'm pretty sure I just keep this all the same. It's basically the gegenpress with a couple of twists that I think work better and that I think suit the players that we have. So hopefully that tactical breakdown, which is really quick, works for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you all later. Oh, that was a terrible voice crack.